G'day. Welcome back to iRacing Weekly. It's coming up on week 8 of season 4, 2025. This series where we just jump through the UI, have a bit of a squiz at what we're going to be racing next week. So I won't mess around and we'll jump straight into it. First up, the 86s, Alton Park this week. I raced a fair bit of that and it was pretty fun. Next week, they're going over to Suzuka with the full layout, which will be good. That'll be a long lap time in the 86s, that's for sure. Rainmaster, didn't give that a go this week. I was too scared, to be honest. That's going to Thruxton. BMW 2 Sem2s. They're off to Thruxton as well. Not rainy though. Ferrari Challenge, gave that a go this week. That was a bit of a challenge to get around there. Also going to Thruxton. Thruxton's going to be pretty popular. It looks like I might need to pick it up this week if I'm going to be doing any racing. Advanced Mazdas, they're also Alton Park this week. They're off to the Hungaro Ring, which will be a fun track for those. Supercars, which were at Thruxton, they're off to Mexico. That'll be a fun track for them. Do like that Mexico track. Oh, and I did just notice that it is the national layout, which means I believe it skips the stadium section. No, I was wrong. The stadium section's in it. It skips this little park section up here. Turns it around and goes through the second sector there before going through the top of the really slow grass section, which honestly in the supercars is probably a blessing because those things at slow speed are a challenge. GT3 fixed, that's going to Interlagos at the standard layout, the Grand Prix layout. And that'll obviously be the same for the 3-hour on the weekend. Legends Road Cup. That's off to Laguna Seca, which was actually a good drive there. In these, they're pretty fun. The Legends. Good amount of drafting will occur there, I'm sure. Production Car Challenge. Love a bit of PCC. That's off to the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. I love this track. It does not get enough recognition for what it is. It's fast, it's flowy, it's fantastic, and great for multi-class racing. So that'll definitely be something I'll be racing a lot this week. That will be great fun. Looks like the weather's going to be pretty good there too. EV Fanatec Sports Car Challenge. Coda this week, obviously didn't race it, and off to Monza next week. Sports Car Challenge. Brands Hatch this week was a real struggle. I competed in the 2-hour race, the endurance events on the weekend, and it was chaos. It was very difficult. Either way, they're off to the Red Bull Ring next week, which likely means that instead of having the 2-hour event with the GT4s and the LMP3s, it will be the TCRs and the GT4s that will go to the Red Bull Ring for their endurance event this weekend. And that'll also mean that the LMP3 and the GT4 series will also be going to Red Bull Ring. Spec Racer, where's it off to this week? Virginia. That will be a fun track. I'm gathering that the Grand Course is the full kit and caboodle it is. Look at that. Oh! Disregard. I don't think I've ever seen this layout before. I feel like that might be new. Yeah, wow. So 20, or not 23, extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Extra 9, so 23 plus 9. So there's a whopping, what's that, 32 corners at this new layout. I've never raced this before, so I'll definitely be giving this a go. That is very, very interesting looking. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Porsche Cup. Imola this week, headed to Road America. And looks like there might be some rain there next week for those that are racing. For those that are racing Porsche Cup, there'll be a little bit of rain, so that will be adds a bit of flavour to them. At least it's rain in the open. Proto GT. They're off to They're off to the Nords, the VLN layout. That would be fun to drive around here. I can't say I've ever driven the GT1s around the Nords, so that might be really something that I'll give a go. Asia Pacific, off to Tsukuba. That'll be a tough one to pass. Same with Oran Park this week. That was bloody hard to get past, people. I don't reckon it'll be any easier next week. Americas was at Lime Rock this week. That's off to Virginia this week, and that's not the new cool course that we've just found. That's just the standard one. Actually, I wish it went there. That would have been cool. GT3s at that grand layout. That would have been pretty awesome. The Europe Tour, that goes to Rudskogen. Probably give that one a miss, to be honest. I do not like Rudskogen. It's probably at the bottom of the list for me. Clear Cup is going to Aragon, which I've never raced here, and I don't even know what the track actually looks like in person, so I can't comment on that myself. Ringmeister, Kia Optima, I actually gave that a go this week, and it was a really challenging drive. It was something just really, really bizarre. Oh wow, the Audi 90 is the car of choice next week. That'll be an absolute blast. I haven't driven it myself, but I have watched people drive it. And it looks like a lot of fun, so if you've got that, it might be worth having a go around the Nords next week in that. GT4s, as I said, they'll be going to Red Bull Ring, and it looks like there might be a little bit of rain there next week. It's just the standard layout, yeah. It looks like there might be a little gathering that says partly cloudy rain possible, so if you're doing the GT4 fixed, you might end up getting wet. But you'll have to wait and see. Same with the LMP3s, but they're just going to be dry. TCRs, they'll be going to Red Bull Ring as well, yep. They'll be doing the endurance event this weekend. IMSA is going to Monza. Of course they are. Why are they going to Monza? Well, that's because this week is the Global Endurance Tour. I think it's the 4th race. Race 4 or 6 this week at Monza, which is going to be pretty cool. I love the fact that they've put Monza in here as one of the events to race at. I think that's so cool. Let's have a look. I will be participating this weekend, and it looks like it's probably going to be dry. Oh, what have I just done? Stretch that out, will we? Okay, a little blip of some rain, which looks like, 12 hours? So sort of in the last quarter of the race, there looks like there might be a little blip of rain that comes probably looking at that, probably not even enough in the early morning. Not even enough rain to consider maybe one stint's worth. Put the wets on. Yeah, maybe not even, if it doesn't get that wet, it might not even be worth actually swapping to wet tyres. So, I'll be racing that in the GTPs this weekend. So good luck if you're going to compete in that. And the GTEs. Monza this week was fun, and they're off to Suzuka as well. Moving over to the Formula cars. We have Skip Barber. That was at Laguna this week. Headed off to Watkins Glen. That's the boot layout. Standard. FIA4. That's off to Sebring next week. I'll have to race that. I love Sebring. So much fun. F3s. They're off to Monza. Absolute classic in the Formula cars. You can't go wrong. Indy cars. They're off to Sonoma, by the looks of things. Yes. They're off to Sonoma. F4 Asia Pacific. Sandown. Wow, that is a track that we don't see enough. Might be something I pick up. If the participation's any good, I reckon I might pick up Sandown, because it's something I've been thinking about doing for a little while now. Super Formulas, they're heading off to Hockenheim next week. Not something I race myself, but it's there if you're interested. Now, Long Beach in the Formula Fords, that sounds like a party that I want to be invited to. I think Long Beach is so much fun for just chaotic racing. That'll be a good one for sure. I'll definitely be looking at racing some of that next week. The Europe tour for the F4 off to Algarve. That'll always produces some pretty good racing, but unfortunately I found the participation is pretty low at Algarve this season. Super Formula Lights, they're off to Snetterton, and that'll be the full layout too, 300, won't it? Not something that I see come up too often. I might have to give that a go and lose some safety rating, no doubt, going around there, which I can't really afford to do at the moment, but that's a whole nother conversation in itself. The F4 Challenge fixed, off to Interlagos as well. Classic racing there. The IL-15 also dropping in a little bit of participation, unfortunately. And that's headed to Alton Park, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more racing there. And that's with the second chicane only, so it'll be coming in pretty hot there. That'll produce some good racing, no doubt about that. We already looked at IndyCar. It's just flicked over, hasn't it? What did we look at here? Oh, the standard IndyCar is going to Long Beach as well, is it? Or is that... Yeah, no, that's still ages away yet. F1s, they're off to Algarve as well. Old Portimao. What did I miss from up here? I don't think I missed anything. Oh no, it hasn't flicked over. Maybe I'm just seeing things. We'll have a quick look at Oval. Trucks. They're headed to Michigan, which I actually own, so I might have to give them a bit of a run next week. The rookies, are they going? Nah. I only race the rookies if they're going to big ovals, to be honest, because that's where I have the most fun. Draftmaster. That's going to be... I honestly don't even know my ovals that well. But it's going to be that car. Dear. The Indy NXT. I don't think the ovals here have done very well at all. Hey, well, not bad. It's headed to Worldwide Technology Raceway next week. And NIS is headed to Phoenix for the last round of the 36 race season. What a slog that's been. What about the Arco Bernards? They're off to Echo Park. Again, might lose some safety rating and go there. So, all in all, I think we are in for a pretty good week. Some highlights for me is definitely the production car challenge at the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, or the CMPT, or whatever they call it. Definitely there. And the Spec Racer, that one's going to be unreal. I can't get over that. That's going to be so awesome. Yeah, you've definitely seen me in there at some point, navigating my favorite corner in iRacing. Bitch, one of my favorites. Navigate it perfectly every time, no doubt. Anyway, thanks for coming and having a squiz with me. Looks like we're in for a pretty good week, as well as having the 24 hours of Monza this weekend, which is going to be an absolute riot. I'm definitely going to have plenty of fun. So, yeah, good luck in your racing this week. All the best. Don't lose all your safety rating like me. I'm on the clawback to not be demoted this season. Yeah, good luck on all your races. Thanks for coming and having a squiz. Catch ya.